Alright, this is the unboxing of my second OneLeaf MT1000LRF. I already own one of these optics and I liked it enough to purchase a second one. So I'm going to do an unboxing for you, show you how it comes in the box and the accessories it comes with. So let's get into it. I purchased this with my own money. I did not receive anything from OneLeaf. This was completely out of pocket. So here's what comes in the box. Let's get into this. You got your specifications on the side here, if you want to read those. This is a newer company to the game. I see they have a few other night vision optics. This is their first thermal optic as far as I can tell. And with the one I have so far, I've been very impressed. Here's the inside of the box. So you have your manual here, cleaning cloth, warranty card, 3-year warranty. So packaged pretty well. I do wish it came with a hard case, more like the AGM Rattlers did, just to keep it in if you don't have it on the rifle. It does include a bag, but I don't know how comfortable I'd feel keeping it in here. So inside the bag we have the mount. Mount is not attached when you get the optic, so you have to attach it yourself, not a big deal. Pull the optic out here. Here's how it comes out of the box. It does include an 18650 battery, so you just pull the battery cap, paper comes out, and you're good to go. Comes with a cap for the rear if you don't have the eye cup on. Keep this on here just to protect the lens, and then the front has a flip-up lens. Includes an eye cup, which actually threads onto the unit, which is nice, so you know it's not coming off easily. Comes with a few different cables here, one of which being the charging cable, and comes with a couple spare battery cap O-rings here in case you need to replace those. Some lens O-rings, it's good to have, and then your hardware for mounting the Picatinny mount to the unit. And that's pretty much it as far as what comes in the box. I'm going to turn the unit on for you here. So turn these on, just long press on the logo button here. That turns the unit on. You have your laser rangefinding unit on the side here. Flip cap, of course, on the front to protect the lens. Your focus here, not too stiff, but stiff enough that it's not a concern. It's going to be your main menu button and also your zoom. You have your video record button here. You have your ocular adjustment here if your eyes aren't great. Within the unit you have a ballistic calculator built in, so you can feed it the information based on your bullet velocity and weight, and when you click this button while aiming at a target, it will range find it then tell you the drop. But yeah, overall very impressive unit, especially for the price. I mean, you can't beat this for $1,600 current street price. Rated up to 308 recoil. I have about 250 rounds on my 5.56 AR-15 16-inch barrel. So far, no issues with zero. I've gotten a little bit of rain on it, nothing crazy, and I haven't had any issues with that. But overall, very impressive unit. Another very interesting feature here is your changeable lens system, so I'll make sure the unit's off. Turn the unit off, you just long press the button again. So you have effectively like a camera lens. You can unlock the front lens, turn it to the unlock position, and pop it off. So they sell separate lenses. If you want a 50mm lens, they're coming out with a 70mm later this year, hopefully, to give you a little bit more base magnification. And to put it back on, pretty much just the opposite. Push it in, pull the button back, turn, and we're locked back in. Some of the claim specifications here. This version is the 35mm lens version. It's just a little bit cheaper. You can get the 50mm out currently, and they have a kit that comes with both lenses. The 35mm lens is a 2x base zoom with a 1:8 digital zoom. It has a focus range of 3.28 yards to infinity. Eye relief is 90mm, and the detection range claimed is 1,969 yards. It has 5 reticle colors: white, red, green, blue, and dark green. I find some of them get washed out in the image, so I typically stick with red or sometimes white. You have a huge variety of color modes. Honestly, if I had one complaint, it might be that there's too many color modes. You have white hot, sepia, ironbow, rainbow, night, which is like green, sort of night vision, aurora, red hot, jungle, black hot, glory hot, etc. Has a photo resolution of 1024 by 768 pixels and a 60 Hz refresh rate. To the eye, it's very smooth. Includes a 64GB SD card, which is housed in the side of the unit here. So you just, right in here, you can charge your unit from here. You can also display the screen to another screen if you'd like. But you have your SD card here you can pull out, pop into your computer, and play back your videos. The unit does look better to the eye than it does through the recorded videos, of course. Has a claimed 5-hour runtime. I think that's pretty accurate. The whole body here is made out of aluminum, and it feels pretty solid. The buttons are nice and tactile. They feel pretty close to AGM buttons. This could be bumped, which you have to be a little bit careful of that. The rangefinder detection range is 5.5 to 1,300 yards. I haven't tested that myself, but that's the claim range. The other really interesting thing about this unit is that it does not nuke in the traditional fashion. Nuking meaning non-uniform correction. Typically these thermal optics will freeze for about half a second or so for non-uniform correction. This does not do that. So while you're looking through the image, it's very smooth at 60 Hz, and you do not have any image freezing on most standard thermal optics. It has a variety of reticles to choose from. Here's some of them. As far as the mount goes, it is non-QD. That's one complaint I might have here. I wish that it was a QD mount similar to an AGM mount. You have these captive nuts to hold the optic onto the rail, and then you get that sort of reverse cantilever style to bring it closer to your eye. Overall, I do like the mount, I just wish that it was QD. Another revision I believe they should make in the next version of this scope is to alter the front lens cap in some way. It is very floppy on some units. This one's decently stiff on my new unit. On my previous unit, the lens cap is extremely soft and can get in the way if you're not careful, just due to the fact that it wants to just fall. So you can lock it back, but then that sort of interferes with your focusing ring a bit. So maybe that could be something they could change, add a spring or something else here to help with this. But I think overall for the price, the feature set, the clarity of the scope, there's really nothing on the market right now that can beat this, in my opinion. I've been very impressed with pretty much everything about this so far. Additionally, here's some size comparisons between the MT1000LRF thermal optic and a few other optics you might be more familiar with. It is a pretty large footprint, but you do get quite a bit of capability with that. So here it is compared to a typical Trijicon 4X ACOG. So quite a bit larger there. And here it is compared to an Elcan Spectre DR. So you got quite a bit of width and length additionally on the thermal optic, but you do get a lot of capability that comes with that. So these are my honest thoughts and opinion on the OneLeaf MT1000LRF. Thank you for watching.